Here, this way guys, find your group. Okay, so Ram, so I want to see a distinct group. I'll give you the next instruction once I see a circle. So I want to see a small circle. I don't see circles, So I see one circle, I see one circle, I see one circle, I see one circle. So are you guys one circle? You guys are two. Okay, now next rule. Who doesn't have a circle? Two of you. Come to the center. Any group that is more than 5. Okay, one person come over here. One person from your group come over here. Two people from your group come over here. Your group. 1 or 2 people come over. Okay, very good. So 2 people, one more. Come over. Very good. So you guys are settled, right? You push. Okay, it's fine. You have 4. You have 4. You have 5. You have 5. You come here. You have 6. Okay, very good. 2 here. 2 stick with him. One person come over here. Jump over. Yeah, very good. One person jump over. One person, quickly. Yeah, very good. So you have 4. That's fine. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get 3 minutes. You will literally just put the sheet on the ground, right? And you have 3 minutes to brainstorm. And all I want from you is words that come to mind when you think of an ideal self-introduction. What are you going to leave with? So imagine I asked you, or you asked me, Rohan, tell me more about yourself. What are words that come to mind when you think of the most amazing self-introductions you've heard? Right? Your time starts, not yet, but your time will start now. Okay, so how's it going so far?
What is it?
The world.
Background.
What makes an ideal self-introduction? What are words that come to mind when you think of the best self-introduction, right? I don't want to give you clues, but one could be clear, crisp, I don't know. It could also be stuff you will talk about. What would you like to hear about, right? From the other side, you'd like to hear passion, I don't know, but figure it out.
Funny joke.
Each of these guys 45 seconds for them to give their self-introduction, right? And we're going to clap extremely loudly once they finish, because we all know how hard it is to do this. Deal? Okay, go.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Vishal Ganesan, coming from Chennai, India. I'm a freshman, mechanical engineering. My interests include orating, debating, and I'm very passionate about music as well. I've taken up violin, and occasionally I do play the flute. I'm working towards a management minor in business. I'm very passionate about business as well. I wish to take up my dad's export wastewater consultancy to the next level, with special emphasis on the Asian market. Something which gets me going during all the tough times is a very famous quote. Even if you fall like a seed to germinate, but never like a leaf to die. Thank you.
Okay, so Vishal, where are you? Give me a go back there. You're still on stage. Give me a rating 1 to 10 on how you felt it went.
7 probably.
Okay, what would make it a 10?
Probably if I had, used up my time of 45 seconds, because
okay.
I could not complete the quota, and probably I was a bit fast.
Okay, very good. What is one thing you would do better the next time you introduce yourself?
Relax more than what I did.
Very well. Give him a big hand. Number 2? Yeah, we're ready? Okay, are you ready? Good? Okay, let's go.
大家好，我叫史罗。So from this, you may guess I'm from China. Just now, this is my dialect. So I'm Shilu. Now studying school computing, majoring in e-commerce. So this is the most boring part of my life, I can say, because I'm not that kind of person who may sit behind the computer, do all the technical stuff. What's the interesting part of me is about my hobbies. I like watching movies or doing shopping, ballroom dance. So my favorite movie is The Pursuit of Happiness. As it is said in the movie, nobody can tell you what you cannot do. You just try. And so that is about me. If anyone has the same hobbies as me, can just approach me. We can hang out together, enjoy the movies. Thank you.
Very well done. Another problem is it's kind of unfair to the first guy because the introductions are only going to get better. So, as you will see, well, very well done.
Thanks.
1 to 10, how would you rate this? If you had to give your own presentation a rating between 1 and 10, with 10 being amazing and 1 being...
1 being amazing.
1 being bad.
Oh.
So 10 being amazing.
8.
8. Okay, what would make it a 10?
I think speak louder or more fluent English or what.
Okay, very good. What is one thing you would do in your next presentation differently?
Add more fancy things in the
Fancy things. Okay, very
just
good.
make it more attractive or what.
Very good. Give it some more. What is your name?
Monica.
Monica. Okay. Okay, well, let Shiru settle down and then we... She ready? Are you ready? Yeah, we go next. Okay. Go.
Hi everybody, I'm Monica. I'm from India, Chennai. I'm doing my second year in the School of Computing, majoring in computer science. Well, you can see that I'm very passionate about programming, which is why I joined. And apart from that, I'm also very passionate about dancing. I'm a professional Indian classical Bharatanatyam dancer, and I perform quite a few shows. Apart from that, my hobbies are like reading books. I'm crazy about books. You give me a book, I can't put it down anytime, no matter what time it is. And I like writing a lot. And the best part is I love English grammar. It's the most boring part of it. And the reason I'm standing here is I'm quite scared of speaking in public. So I want to overcome the fear, which is why I'm standing here. And apart from that, I'm very meticulous in everything I do. Kind of many things. So that's it.
You know my question.
6 probably.
6. Okay, what would make it 10?
I could speak louder. My body language would be better.
Okay, very good. And what would you do differently next time?
I'll show more confidence in my speech.
Good. Give her a big hand. So this is not easy, right? Now all of you have signed up for this because you all know it's very difficult to stand up on a chair and then say the things you actually want to say. There's a joke actually by this guy called Dale Carnegie. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. Has anybody heard of him? Raise hands. Somebody who's heard of him? So he's written a few very good books on public speaking. So he says there are always 3 speeches: the one you practiced, the one you gave, and the one you wished you gave. So it's like it doesn't matter how good you are, right? You always want to do something a little better. It's just very normal. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go into the next stage of learning. So I'll need everybody to... The action is up there. So we're going to learn from our friend, right? His name is Steve Jobs. He's as good a presenter as probably exists, right? And we're going to just learn a few points and we're going to look at how we're going to apply this.
Anyone who has watched a Steve Jobs keynote will tell you he is one of the most extraordinary speakers in corporate America.
Who does the best job of that in the world?
While most presenters simply convey information, Jobs inspires. I'm Carmine Gallo, and today I'll walk you through several key techniques that Steve Jobs uses to electrify his audience. They're elements you can adopt in your very next presentation.
Welcome to Macworld 2008. We've got some great stuff for you. There's clearly something in the air today.
With those words, Jobs opened Macworld 2008, setting the theme for his presentation and hinting at the major announcement of the day, the launch of the ultra-thin MacBook Air. Whether it's a new notebook or the iPhone, Jobs unveils a single headline that sets the theme.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Once you identify a theme, make sure it's clear and consistent throughout the presentation. Think of a staff meeting as a presentation. So let's say you're a sales manager introducing a new software tool to help your team generate, track, and share sales leads. You might kick off your meeting this way. Good morning. Thanks for coming. I know you'll be really excited about this. Today we make it easier for you to make your quota. That's the headline. Easier to make quota. It's memorable, and it sets the direction for the rest of your meeting. It gives your audience a reason to listen.
So I've got 4 things I'd like to talk about with you today. So let's get started.
Steve Jobs always provides an outline for his presentation and then verbally opens and closes each section with a clear transition in between. Here's an example.
So that's Time Capsule, a perfect companion to Leopard, and that's the first thing I wanted to share with you this morning.
The point is, make it easy for your listeners to follow your story. Your outline will serve as guideposts along the way. You'll also notice that during his presentations, Jobs uses words like extraordinary, amazing, and cool. He is passionate, enthusiastic, and it shows.
Incredible, unbelievable, amazing, awesome, extraordinary year for Apple.
You know, your audience wants to be wowed, not put to sleep. Too many people fall into this presentation mode. It's stiff, it's formal, it lacks pizzazz. We, your listeners, are giving you permission to have fun and to be excited about your company, your product, or your service. If you're not passionate about it, we're not going to be. Remember, Jobs isn't selling hardware. He's selling an experience. If you offer numbers and statistics, make them meaningful.
We have sold 4 million iPhones to date. If you divide 4 million by 200 days, that's 20,000 iPhones every day on average.
Numbers don't mean much unless they're placed in context. Managers, connect the dots for your listeners. Recently, I worked with a company that launched a 12-gigabyte memory card. 12 gigabytes! That number doesn't mean much to most people, so we put it into context. We said that's enough memory to listen to your music while traveling to the moon and back. Now, 12 gigs means something to me. Make numbers meaningful. One of the most effective elements of a Steve Jobs presentation is that they are easy on the eyes. His presentations are visual and simple. While most speakers fill their slides with mind-numbing data and text and charts, Jobs does just the opposite. He uses very little text and usually 1, maybe 2 images per slide. You see, you want to paint a picture for your audience without overwhelming them. Inspiring presentations are short on bullet points and big on visuals. If you really want your presentation to pop, treat it like a show, with ebbs and flows, themes, and transitions. Jobs includes video clips, demonstrations, and guests. He also has a knack for dramatic flair, and it's very effective. For example, when introducing the MacBook Air, Jobs drew cheers by opening a manila interoffice envelope and holding the laptop out for everyone to see.
This is the new MacBook Air, and you can get a feel for how thin it is.